What's up, everybody, and welcome to another episode of No Client Agent Privilege, aka No Cap Podcast. It's your boy Evan, your boy Will, and we are under the Tiki Hut with one of LSC's newest client, Virgil Lemons. He is in the crib, back home from University of West Florida. He's getting ready for Pro Day and Senior Day for us here at, training down here, getting ready to go back up to University of West Florida. And we're really going to show out this year, and, we're really going to hope to impress some of these scouts. So give us a little bit about yourself, Virg. Tell the people a little bit of high school and get into college, and we'll kind of tap in from there.
Shoot, I'm from Deerfield Beach, Florida, born and raised. I went to Deerfield Beach High School, but pride. We building back a football coming.
Yeah, 'cause, we already got that state championship over on the west side.
Yeah. Shoot, growing up, I played many sports. Any sport you can name, I'm like, hey, Anthony Edwards, I can do anything. It don't really matter.
You were a wrestler too, weren't you? Yeah, you were pretty good, I heard.
Yeah.
That's what Coach Jason said. Coach Jason said you were a pretty good wrestler. If he's saying you were good, I mean, that's saying something.
You don't matter.
Okay, don't look at me. I'm old and retired now. Ain't no wrestling in here. My hips are shot, my back. We get on the bench though. You come see me on the bench. No. Okay, all right. We're good then. So tell us a little bit more about high school and offers coming out and everything, how you felt, getting into that, where we from, everyone else said D1 or bust, but that ain't really true, is it?
Nah, it ain't true. But shoot, in high school I was still an underdog because I was wrestling 145 as a senior.
Right.
So and then nobody don't know this, but I didn't even start till the playoffs.
Right.
Due to somebody getting hurt.
Yep.
So when they just threw me out there, they ain't had no choice but they threw me out there. When I was out there, I feel like I was one of the best DBs on the field.
Yeah, and that was what, 2020? 2020. So COVID had just really hit that year too. Damn, that's crazy because you're technically like the first high school class that did all your years of high school. I mean, like through virtual school, stuff like that. You were the first ones to really have to deal with that. To do the COVID, the football seasons in high school level. Like the other kids are college, and the guys that have like 6-7 years, they were just in it because they had the extra eligibility in college. So you guys are really the first class that had to deal with it in high school, and then have to deal with it in college too. So it's kind of one of those things where it's like that kind of experience, so different compared to everybody else's college experience, things like that. So when you left from here to go to UNC Pembroke, what was your mindset going there? Especially going out, like you just said, the underdog mentality, going there to really prove yourself first, and then see where it takes you in your career path.
I still had that Florida boy in me. I feel like I was going there to start immediately.
Yeah, of course.
I didn't care. Yeah. I mean, when I got there, they still had the seniors left over because they got that COVID year.
Right.
So we played a COVID year, so we only played 4 games. And right after all them left, I just took over.
Right. And I mean, again, that's I think that's why kind of the podcast wise when the South Florida kids come on, and for me especially growing up, it's so hard to tell people who aren't from here how to explain the mentality of even D'Angelo, the same thing. He played quarterback at Miramar, so same thing for him. He went to D3, won a national championship, but his mindset was I'm as good as any D1 quarterback, no problem. So it's hard to explain that to somebody with that mentality of, even though we think we're underdogs, we also think we're there to beat the best. So it's always funny hearing it from somebody else, even younger generation, even though we're not, that age difference isn't that big, but it's always been the same. The generations before me, generations with me, generations after me, always South Florida. It's literally been the same for the last 2-3 decades. Lamar will tell you. I mean, who else? Jacoby Brissett. Even guys like Jeremiah Smith. All them boys that are from down here. They'll tell you the same exact thing. It's so funny to just hear it from somebody else, and literally from the one area code difference, but it's the same. It's literally the same. So
it's all the same.
Yeah,
all the same down here. I feel like.
Yeah, for sure. So
where were you born? Specifically, Deerfield?
Yeah, Deerfield.
Okay.
Well, Margate, but
yeah, okay, right around the corner. So you said you played corner in high school, right?
Yeah.
So where did the transition to, not transition, but the punt returning, where'd all that come from?
It started in high school.
Oh yeah.
Coach Glenn let me return. It was the end of the season. It was actually senior night. And I always kept talking about I was one of the fastest on the team, so he just let me try to return one.
Right.
It was mid. It wasn't that good.
We'll pull that up on the highlight later.
It wasn't that good, but I always want to stick with it, so I always feel like I can bust it through. So when I got to Pembroke, I started trying.
And that really, like, was that something that you've been working on now? Even we're skipping a little ahead, but like for pro day, I mean, it's not really like a drill that we'll probably do at pro day, but it's like that's something you're really trying to emphasize to a team right now.
Yeah, that's like the main thing I'm trying to emphasize.
Like that you're that guy. Like I always laugh because like people forget like Antonio Brown was not the star receiver. Yeah. Like for Steelers, he was the return guy for the Steelers.
He
like
work your way up.
He literally was just like the third or fourth guy on the receiver list, but he was also returning kick returns, punt returns, and he did what he was technically paid to do at the time, and then what he turned into. So it's like you said, that kind of getting that specialty aspects of it, like being able to show you're good at one job, and then you're really good at it. Nobody else is going to beat you at it. That's how you earn your spot. That's how you earn that 53-man roster. That's how you earn your spot. So it's like, even when we've had this conversation even before, off camera, even before we signed, like the ability to do that and do that right, that's, huge for, especially for guys like us. We're the underdog, you're going in to a West Florida. It's not like West Florida's Alabama and stuff like that, but y'all produce talent. So
Alabama a D2 though.
But that's what I'm saying. And for you though, it's for now you're able to go up to West Florida and know all 32 teams are going to be there to show out to. Mm-hmm. All CFL, all UFL, everybody that's going to be there is going to probably be there because they all think the same thing now that UFW has really put out talent. Yeah. And it's always been for the last like decade now. They've always had some kid somewhere at UWF to, damn, let's go see him. Let's go watch. So it's like now it's like you could be that guy. Like literally, I mean, on your team especially right now, that senior class, I feel like out of the guys that are going to run and everything, I think like you have the best percentage to really make a roster because of that ability. So it's like it really, as long as you do what you've been training to do, I feel like it's all gonna pay off. And that's obviously as an agent I'm a little biased, but that is the goal. I mean, at the end of the day, is to show that everything you've been working on and why you should get a roster spot is because of this. So, but tell us a little bit about college experience, being that that first year of COVID, and then now transitioning and how you decided from UNC Pembroke to go to West Florida.
My college experience was crazy.
Yeah,
I'm also in a fraternity.
Oh yeah.
Hey, don't do that.
Dogs.
So yeah,
Dogs.
Omega Psi Phi fraternity, the best fraternity in the world, man.
He's a dog.
Yeah, it was pretty crazy.
Yeah, you loved it?
Yeah, I loved it.
I mean,
still love it.
Will's a ZBT, I'm a Sigma Chi, so we're all fraternity, blood-wise.
We had the D9s at UCF.
Oh, yeah. We had, I was going to say, we had a full, I think we had everything, didn't we?
You had both panels?
Yeah, I think so, didn't we?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, we had everything at UCF. I mean, we were a huge school. I mean, we had all fraternities, we had all Greek, we have all soror. I mean, we had everything. We were huge on the Greek life side, but like it was always to the extent when you compared school to fraternity life, it was like that. Yeah. It was like small. For Greek life compared to like the normal school average Joe, it was huge difference. Yeah. But like we were like the small percent, but I feel like we had every fraternity. I mean,
I know the D9 ones.
For sure.
But
what year did you graduate?
23 spring.
So shoot.
From
DFO.
Honestly, no, because I didn't hang out.
There.
I had some friends of mine that were in the D9 like sororities and fraternities, but not anybody that I really knew like that. Just mostly sorority girls.
He probably left before you got there.
Yeah.
I mean, like I said, we were
mostly like the Sigma Chi's and ZBTs and all that. Like there weren't too many events where it was like both. Like the D9 frats and the
those would have been sick though. I'm not gonna lie, like because we had a huge house on campus, so like that probably would have been pretty sick to throw something together. Honestly, now that I think about it, I mean,
they were all stuff
I would say D9, but they were small when I was in school. I graduated.
Probably, yeah.
I was 2017, so I don't even know. I don't even know. No, they would have been small. There were There were some, but it was not as big as it is now for sure.
Yeah, it's
for
huge
sure.
there. It's really
because
huge
like a lot of the
now.
football players, they rushed. I know like 3 or 4 of them that ended up rushing and everything like that. And then like we always did like social bids and stuff like that, where it's like you got letters, but like it was kind of. You know, like you couldn't really, you had film on Sunday. You weren't showing up to chapter on Sunday. You know, like you know what I'm saying. Like yeah, same thing for. I feel like that's the same for everybody. That was Pikes at FSU. You know,
is that how it was for you? Like,
yeah.
like it was football first, and then like whatever you could do for
if
the
you could show up to
fraternity?
Greek events.
I was actually the president.
Oh, were you?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Oh, really?
Okay.
At UWF, so we didn't do our chapters on Sundays. We did on
No, that's smart though.
Oh,
That's
yeah,
smart on
yeah.
y'all's part.
Yeah.
Like if you already knew that, like as president, I would probably do the same too.
You had teammates that were in your frat, or
One of them was on the team, but then he had to leave the team because of something else. Personal.
Yeah, of course.
Makes
Some way
sense.
it's family.
It's all good. It's all good. But yeah, no, I think that's one thing, like being like in a fraternity, I think it teaches you a lot too. Like the Greek life. Like it's such a different mindset when you're pledging with your brothers. Like, you know, most people don't, unless you're been in it or done it, like you don't know what we go through or what you
Yeah,
have
right.
to go through in order to be a brother. So
I mean, being on a college football team is
well, that too, yeah. That's a
like
fraternity
being
in
in a
its own.
frat.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's a
at that
fraternity of its
point.
own right there too. So you're a double fraternity if you rush too. So it's crazy, but I mean I wouldn't have changed it for anything. And I, without C.A.P, I definitely wouldn't have turned into the frat star that I was at the time. And you know, it was
That's crazy.
it was. I mean, you thought. I mean, some of the parties we had were. They definitely ain't having them now. That's
Yeah,
for damn
nah,
sure.
they definitely watered that
Yeah,
shit down.
So I mean, that's also on UCF's own issues. But anyways, and now getting back to some football talk. But you know, I mean, it turned me into the man I am. So I can guarantee it turned you.
Yeah,
You know,
for
to
sure.
and especially being president. I know that role. I saw guys who, when we rushed, you would have never thought they'd be president of the fraternity. You never thought they were going to be president. All of a sudden, they became president. All of a sudden, what? Like, this is our president now? Like, okay, yeah, okay, I like it. You know, it's a flip the script. Like, it's a completely different person now. So,
Yeah.
you know, you got to do what's best for the fraternity sometimes, and sometimes that betters you as a person. So, you know, and here you are now. So it's, you know, it's definitely bettered you for the good side. And really, you know, again, I think we all kind of had those moments in our fraternity life where, you know, we learned a lot, a lot of lessons,
A lot of lessons.
good, bad, and ugly.
Lessons.
So good
I
times.
mean, do you, so like, getting back to a little bit of ball, do you feel like your role as more punt returner, like it seems like that's the route you're going down, do you feel like it's more competitive of a position
course.
versus like, you know, your standard wide receiver, tight end, you know? Do you feel like there's more people, because it's only one guy,
Yeah.
you can only, there's one punt returner per team,
Yeah,
you know? So
yeah.
like, do you feel like a lot of people like shy away and they're like, I'm not even gonna try to like be a punt returner because of that,
I
or
feel like that.
do you feel like you have less, like it's more like competitive? There's gonna be a lot of guys trying to go for that same job.
I feel like it's gonna be a lot of guys trying to go for that same job because you never know where anybody come from. Everybody feel like they can catch the ball and do something with it.
Especially
So I
at
feel
that
like-
level.
Yeah.
Everyone thinks they can take it to the crib.
Yeah, you got D1 receivers who probably not gonna play on the roster, so they looking for a rebound.
That's true too.
And they was
Yeah.
leading with the receiver,
Yeah.
but versus me going in and leading in with the punt return.
Right.
Right,
So I think it'll be more competitive.
Yeah.
But I'm ready to compete. So.
right, absolutely.
I mean, we're just saying specialists too. Like, we're not even talking about, you know, kick off, you know, kick return and punt, you know, punt, like gunner, you know, all the special teams. Like it's like we're saying as a specialist because you've put the numbers up to show that you
Right.
can do the job, like you can do it effectively. But we're also talking about to a team like, hey, yes, that, you know, we do play DB, we are return special. Well, I can play punt, kickoff. You know, coach, I'll play whatever you want. Like
Yeah.
that's just the thing that, you know, we're trying to get to teams is like, hey, look how successful we were. Look at how my vision is when I see the punt set up. Like, those are the key factors, especially for you. You know, the amount of yards you've had and career touchdowns you've had. Very few people in the entire country, D1, D2, D3, NAI, it doesn't matter where you played, probably maybe 5, 6 people ahead of you in the entire country. So, you know, again, kind of one of those things on, again, biased agent over here. You know, I promote to the team, like, name me 6 better guys and you can tell me go kick rocks. you know, like, but until you do that, you're telling me, or basically tell me 31 other guys can do better, and then you can go tell me kick rocks. So, but yeah, no, again, I mean, that's just one of those pitches that, you know, we're trying to get across the teams. And of course, you know, you've been practicing, even, you know, finding a kicker down here for how'd that end up working out? Did he?
Good.
Okay, all right, good. All right, just checking. I was gonna send over my high school kicker to you and let him just punt it for you.
I can catch up with him too.
I mean, I was gonna say, you let me know. I mean, you're always welcome to come to West Boca and get some work in. I mean, you know, I'm there till like 5 o'clock every day now. So,
You think your game can translate into like kick returning also? Like, there's no reason why, right? I mean, there's no true difference. Yeah, like you could do both, right?
At Pembroke, I got the school record. I'm top of the school record for 101 yards.
Oh, for real? Yeah. So for kick returning, so you did both there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. See, like, and that's again one of those things where it's like,
so
how many people have 100+ yard returns in the country?
Yeah.
I mean, in career. I mean, it's the same. Yeah, same logic.
Mm-hmm.
How many? You know, show me 30, 31 other ones. So it's, you know, it's going to be a crazy journey, especially the next 8 weeks, 6 weeks, 8 weeks,
I think
seven now. Yeah, we're getting crunch time, baby, crunch time. We're in it for the long haul now. But so if you wanted to, you know, kind of tell some of the guys, the South Florida kids, something, you know, trials and tribulations that you've been through that, you know, pushed you to the limit. What's something you would want to tell some of the guys that, you know, are coming up through the high school rankings right now that, you know, might be quote unquote a late bloomer or not really, you know how the transfer portal is now for high school. Like I can't keep track. I come to school every day now and I'm like, who transferred?
Yeah,
what? That's not crazy. We used to shame kids. If you transferred, you were a bum. like if you transferred in, we didn't really. Even if you were good, we never truly. I mean, I feel like it was just so different. Like if you were a transfer, I felt like you were like a traitor.
OH loved those transfers.
OH loved them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had friends. So I graduated high school in 2020. So that's your class, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, there were kids that I knew. I went to Somerset Canyons.
Yeah.
I don't know if you heard of it.
I know that.
Like I had multiple friends of mine that went to Olympic just so that they could play football, and then they came back and played basketball, like in my school, which I don't think was allowed.
It's not.
But they
I mean,
still
now
played.
now it doesn't care. Now nobody cares. Now you can transfer mid-year. You can go to online school. I mean, it's crazy now. But anyways, tell somebody that's gonna, you know, some of the kids that are gonna watch this. Give them some wise words of advice from somebody that's gone through D1 powerhouses, you know, worked his way up to be the best that he can be, you know, didn't just play ball, you know, president of a fraternity, you know, just tell him some wise words of wisdom for yourself that you would want to, you wish you would have heard when you were coming out of high school.
Damn, what I would tell him is, I got it from my head coach at University of West Florida, Kayla Knows. Every day, he gonna tell you, focus on the man in the mirror. Your dog might go D1. I had a bunch of friends that went D1. I had a bunch of friends that went here, this, or there. Jalen Nyan, running back for the Miami. I was jealous, but you just gotta focus on the man in the mirror. You stay down and focus on yourself, you'll get better no matter what.
And I mean, that's, you know, even go back to fraternity. That was always a huge thing in my fraternity, is the man in the mirror. Like that was always a huge part of like the rush sequence that we had to, like, you know, really go through, and you know, if you couldn't stand yourself in the mirror, like, how could we trust you as a brother type shit? Like, you know, you can't even look yourself in the mirror. Absolutely. How are we supposed to look at you in the mirror? So that's huge. I mean, I agree with that just in life in general. Like, it don't even matter if you go play ball or not. Like, if you're looking and you're having trouble in life and you can't stand to look at the guy in the mirror, probably gonna be rough times ahead.
Got some work to do.
Yeah, exactly. So, I mean, again, you know, I'm glad we got to link up. I know, you know, it was kind of one of those just inner circles with regards to the South Florida ties. I mean, that's how I feel like it always is, kind of like when it comes down to like real connections and stuff like that in South Florida. Like, it's usually somebody that you already knew, or somebody that already knows you for something. Like, yo, go talk to such and such. He'll put you on. Like, you know, I feel like that's just our culture as a whole. Like, and I feel like that's kind of why I was an agent too, just because when my boys did go pro, like, watching them and being able to be like, that's my boy. Like, you know, I wish I was their agent, or I wish I was older, or I could got my license sooner. So it's like, I could have been their agent, but now they're all retired or done, and it's like that's how quick the league is. Like that's how quick like time passes. So being able to like see some of the younger generation now, kind of get to that point and get ready to go to chase their dream, I'm like, all right, let's get it on. Right?
No, but South Florida is valuable, like living down here and being down here. Like you said, like the connections we were talking about earlier, it's all like blended. It's all the same. Like you know people from Miami to Palm Beach.
There's somebody's circle knows somebody's other circle that crosses.
No matter west, more out west, Everglades area, the beach out east. I'm sure people all across, and that's just how it is. That's how, like he said, how y'all linked up, and just knowing people and getting in front of faces.
Shaking hands.
That's what it's all about in this business, I'd say. And
if the Super Bowl wasn't so expensive, I would have said let's go out there. But that damn shit, to find a hotel out there right now is crazy. I don't even get it. But speaking of Super Bowl, we might as well chop it up while you're here and talk a little ball. Like, got a Kansas City diehard over here.
Arrowhead.
Is that really your favorite team?
Yeah. Hattie with a fatty, Patrick Mahomes. Well, Taylor Swift will be in the building.
Yeah.
And we went in, we taking it home 3-peat. We're not putting on no shirts tonight. Though.
But see, like, that's the other thing, too. I don't see why, my thing is, like, knowing the Chiefs, knowing everything that they've done this season, every game that they've played, they've made the one person who could beat them have to not beat them. Like, when Josh Allen had to beat them, like, they made him not beat him. Like, obviously, we can call it whatever we want on the fourth down and the ball, whatever. But at the same time, you had to get some points to an extent. Like, you were scoring, you were matching, like, you won the game. But it's like, you put it on them to beat you.
Yeah.
And I think that's the biggest thing. It's like, they're not going out there to beat you. They're trying to stop you from beating us. Like, it's like, you have to beat us. Like, we're already ahead of you. That's what I think the Chiefs' mindset is. Like, they're already looking at it like, we're winning this game.
Yeah.
You got to come show up. If you can beat us, good luck. But like we've already won this game. Like, I feel like that's every game I see them. Like, I feel like the pressure's never on them.
Yeah.
Like, and I think the 3-peat would be legendary. So that's why I'm picking the Chiefs to win it. Like, not that I respect Saquon and what the big fuck you he gave to the Giants this year, but like, if I'm the Chiefs, at the same time, I'm gonna stop him. I'm gonna stack 8 in the box. I'm gonna make him work all the way down the field. I'm gonna make sure my safeties are making tackles. Like, Saquon ain't beating me.
We got the best tackling safety in the league.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, that's what I'm doing though. I ain't letting him beat me. If Jalen Hurts can throw for 304 tutties, you earned it, Eagles. You got us. All right. If that's the case, fine. So be it. I will live and die by that. If I'm the Chiefs. If I'm the Chiefs, I will live and die by that. Jalen Hurts throws for 250 plus and 3 tutties on us. Like, if that's the case, so be it. But I will not let Saquon Barkley run up 200 plus yards, 2 tutties, and like 100 yards pass. Like, I just won't. I won't let it happen. As a defensive coordinator over here, I know from a defensive player over here, we will stop the run. Yeah. We will. You can have your little tush push. That's fine, but we will stop you from any big.
They might
breaks.
even stop that.
They could.
Honest, they could
with Jones. In there?
Yeah, they could.
Oh my God, he could put.
That's definitely. I mean,
it
might set up like a fake tush push for.
I'm sure they'll have plenty of stashed away, but again, at this point, like, I don't see the Eagles scoring enough to keep up with the Chiefs. That's my mindset. Like, I think defense, they'll make Saquon work. I don't know. That's just I think it'll be a good game, but at this point, for me, I still look at the Chiefs as the team to beat. And I hate how everyone was saying, like, oh, I don't want to see the Chiefs win. I feel like we're talking about, like, if it was like Alabama again. I don't want to see Alabama win. You can't help when you're the best team. If you're winning, you're winning. Like, it's greatness. Like, you appreciate it. Like that's what. But that's what I'm saying. But that's what I'm saying. Like, if you don't appreciate the greatness, like, what do you like? You like mediocrity? You like once in a blue moon? Like, that's great. Like, I love a Cinderella too when it's March Madness. But like, other than that, I want to see greatness. I want to watch greatness. I aspire to be great. So why would I want to watch mediocrity? Like, I don't understand people's mindset. I understand the passion or the like Eagles fans. I get all that. That's cool. Like you wanna be all rah rah and this, that, and the other. Just when you get that ass whooping, just take it with respect. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, don't get all. I know they won't. That's what I'm saying. They won't.
Jalen Hurts suck.
Dude, they wanted to fire what's his name, the head coach, Sirianni, and they were like 8-3. Like, are you kidding me?
They're gonna want to fire him after.
If they lose, if they lose, he's out. He's gone. Like, that's it. Like, let's fire our head coach that just got us to the Super Bowl. Like, okay, sick. Like, good job, everyone.
What do you think about the Eagles' defense? You think it's gonna be anything? You think it's gonna be enough?
I can tell you, Patrick Mahomes is definitely not running.
Nah.
Yeah, they're definitely gonna stack their box.
Yeah, not those.
They gonna put a QB spot out. I mean, he already wasn't doing no QB sneaks until last game, so
that's right.
But we're not gonna be able to run anyways. But the ball coming out quick. They just gonna have to. They're gonna try to stop Travis Kelce, and then when they stop at Travis Kelce, they're gonna have to focus on Xavier Worthy. We're gonna screen the freak out of everybody.
Yeah, I mean, I think that'll be. Are the DBs gonna come to play for Eagles? Yeah. I think that's my biggest thing because Pat has had Darius Slay's number for a while.
Yeah.
So it's like,
right.
I don't know. It's just kind of one of those like. I see Pat doing Pat things a lot of that game, like he's coming in the healthiest Super Bowl. I feel like he's been like every other Super Bowl he's had messed up ankle, left shoulder, like it's always like a bumper bruise. Like I feel like this is like the healthiest Pat has ever come in, and like the healthiest the offense have ever been. They always had offensive line issues, and they still made it to Super Bowl. So it's like a lot of good things towards the Chiefs with regards to coming into this Super Bowl versus 1 and 2. So
right, and Travis Kelce has been playing. I mean,
way better than the entire season.
Better than
showing up every game now.
Well, not last game.
Well, not last
but
game.
He played like shit against the Bills the last time they played anyway this season. So I don't even think Kelce has a big game tomorrow.
I don't think so.
Not tomorrow. Sorry, Sunday. Yeah. I don't know why I'm fast forwarding, but
I wish it was tomorrow.
Yeah,
damn.
It's
we
like
get
Christmas.
I was say, damn, let's get it over with.
Chiefs 3-peat. That's what I have to. I mean, I'm a Giants fan anyway, so I don't want to see
you don't want to
Eagles
say
win. No, it would be nice because like he did do a lot for the Giants as an organization. We just didn't help him on the front office and the personnel side just wasn't shit. I don't blame him. You know what I mean? Like I'd like to see him win, but I don't like the Eagles. So
yeah, I mean I don't think anybody in the NFC or in the NFL likes the Eagles at this point. Mostly because of their fan bases, not
worse than the Cowboys.
Yeah, way worse.
Never thought I'd
say that. They're more savage and annoying than the Cowboys. Cowboys are just you got to feel bad for them at this point now. Like Cowboy fans, you're just like, hey, buddy, it's okay. Like maybe 10 years from now, maybe when Jerry dies, like you know what I'm saying? Like it's at this point like
he needs to give it up.
But see, what do you give up? It's your team. Like if you're gonna live and die by it, if the star
he owns everything.
That's what I'm saying. So what is there to change?
The compound they made, complex, the Star compound. I don't know if you heard of that, but like Jerry Jones built like this whole like you live there and like there's like shops and like golf course or whatever. Like it's just a big like it's all Cowboys themed.
Huge cowboy themed like.
And he owns a stadium.
Yeah.
So like
that's why he makes billions.
Right.
So.
Oh, if you own the stadium, then yeah.
Yeah. So I mean. Yeah, I mean it's a crazy next 5 days. I mean, New Orleans is already a crazy city in general, so it's like add that into some to some Super Bowl action. 2 teams that have fan bases that travel, and it's not that far for either time. It's really not. I mean, it's not like you're going cross country. Like, I mean, who wouldn't want to get out?
There's definitely gonna be more Chiefs fans.
You think so?
Yeah.
Really?
They'll drive.
Yeah, but I feel
that's
like
not as far as it is from Philly.
But I feel like Philly fans are way more like diehard to like get wherever they need to be.
Sure, but I think it's gonna be more.
Yeah, I think more
Chiefs.
You think more Chiefs? Okay, all right, man. I'm 2-1. It's all good. I thought Philly fans because they're not used to it. Like I feel like I don't want to say Chiefs fans are spoiled, but 2 out of 3 or 2 for 3, 3 for 3 now. Like it's a lot of money if you're a Chiefs fan, you're a diehard. That's a lot of bankroll.
I see your point.
What you mean? But you gotta think about it. I mean, the Eagles are in Philly.
I know.
Philly broke.
But what I'm saying is, but I'm saying, like, if you're a Chiefs fan, you better have that bankroll. You've been going to the last 3 Super Bowls.
But yeah,
Have you been saving up every year? Hey, we're making this a Super Bowl. Let's just make this nice stack over here. Let's make sure we're saved up.
Getting the tattoo before they win it.
That's what I'm saying. Like, you really ready to risk it?
Right.
But again, there probably are people financially. I mean, probably should be that financially
There are.
smart.
That's why
like,
it's sold out every day.
that's
I'm
yeah,
like,
you're not right.
how are
You're
these
not
people
kidding.
getting these tickets? Like, they're doing a
$8,000
layaway?
tickets, bro.
Like,
Crazy.
selling a
Well,
kidney?
maybe, hey, if you make the team, we don't have to pay for tickets no more, so we good on that.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. I ain't gotta pay for no more Kansas City Chiefs tickets. Not that I ever did, but
So what do we got coming up? Pro Day? When?
Pro Day.
And
March 25th.
March
25th.
Draft
Pensacola. April 20th.
Oh, yeah.
April 20th
Oh,
through
yeah?
the 23rd, I think, something like that. And of course they had to put it in Green Bay this year.
And then undrafted free agent season. Can't forget about that.
Crazy.
After the draft,
Boom. Right after, baby.
best players.
My phone doesn't
Off the
stop
board.
ringing. Fucking bomb or call him.
What are you, Shams?
Yeah, basically, yeah. Oh, my phone blew up on Saturday and I wasn't even doing anything.
Well, you are at work, no?
Yeah, but I'm saying I get out
That
of
must
work.
be annoying.
I get out of work. I have like 7 text messages about the Luka Doncic trade. I'm like,
It's crazy.
like
Oh
I'm
my
like,
God.
everyone's asking me like, is that real? Is that real? I had 4 people call me.
I said it was fake.
Yeah,
you
he
texted
said.
me.
I
like,
tell you,
that's
I was
not
like, it's real.
Someone hacked
I was like, it's
ESPN,
real. I was like, and literally, I had like 4 people call me. Like, I was literally leaving the bar. Like, I was literally walking out of the elevator, and I just hear ding, 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 group chat, ding, 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 ding. Like, I'm like, what is going? Like, oh shit! Like,
Yeah.
okay, yeah, that's a newsbreaker right there. I'm like, I ain't part of the.
Jimmy just got traded too, by the way.
Nah, you're
Really?
lying.
Nah.
You're lying.
Yeah, to the Warriors.
Nah, you're lying.
Yeah,
You're messing
yeah,
with me.
yeah,
Don't
yeah.
mess with me right now.
You're capping.
Hey, you are lying.
Nah,
My phone's on airplane mode.
He's sending Jimmy Butler to the Warriors for Andrew Wiggins, Dennis Schroeder, Kyle Anderson, and a first-round pick. Wow, that's a
Oh
heist.
my god.
Warriors got
You know what's
fleeced.
funny? I was gonna ask if you want to go to a Heat game too. Like,
Wow, with the new look Heat, that's great.
New look
Ticket
Heat.
prices just went up.
I won't lie though. I went to the San Antonio game. Wemby's an alien. I don't care what anybody says. He's an alien. He is an alien.
Like actually,
Like
you
actually,
think so?
like I don't understand how a human being can be that athletic, that long. Like it literally blew my mind. I've seen athletes of all kind in my entire life. I've never seen anything like that. I've been next to Shaq. I've been next to Yao Ming. I've seen Muggsy Bogues at 5'4". You know, I've seen them all.
What do you mean? KD.
But even KD, like KD is still 9 inches shorter than him.
Nah, not nine.
KD's
6,
7
whatever.
foot.
Like yeah,
He's like 7'6".
But he's a 3. He's shooting.
I
for
know,
me.
and
I know what you mean.
his
though.
ability is freakish, is alien. But like his body is like just like crazy. Like, I've just never seen.
KD's a better
anything like-
scorer, but I think Wemby's like better defensively.
For sure. I mean,
That's
Wemby, yeah,
what it is. I
Wemby,
think
Wemby.
That's what it is. I think
Watching
he might
him,
just be
watching
more
him defend
complete.
even a one, like watching him defend Hero was like impressive.
Right, and
like-
the scary thing is he's got time to develop now.
19,
So
whatever he is.
yeah,
That's
that's
great.
21.
20,
now,
is he
I think,
20?
something
Yeah,
like that.
20,
Yeah,
so
so
20 something now. But
Crazy.
even still, I mean, just back to that, like just watching him in person, I was just like, I couldn't believe what I was like. But Kello Ware for the Heat, I like him too. Like that'll be another episode.
Right.
But watching them matched up, a 7-footer, you know, all that stuff. But really, really good. But glad you could join us. And I mean, again, thank God you only live like 30 minutes away, so it's nice to be able to
Not even
have.
for real.
Yeah, I was gonna say at least to bring guys in to do the in-person podcast is always better. We tried now that I got a new laptop, we can do the online ones. That's always fine now when guys aren't in town and everything. But I like to keep these going and like to have my guys come in and kind of tell their story and, you know, be able to promote you and get you some love on social media and all that stuff, and also help us grow through, you know, YouTube, Spotify, all that stuff. Apple Podcasts, you know, all the little things, and trying to grow our brand as well as help build your brand for the long haul. And really, you know, hopefully, you know, we look back on this episode and say, remember when we said this? Remember when we were talking about that? You know, so
Yeah.
good memories. So
absolutely.
all right, well, we'll wrap it up here. Thank you for joining. This is Virgil Lemons. Remember that name, the third.
V3, man.
V3. Will, Evan, thank you for joining us on another episode of No Client Agent Privilege, aka No Cap Podcast, and we will see you next time.